So I want to talk about the mind again, the human mind, and how it is again, it's just so complex and tricky to overcome. But I feel like I'm pretty close to overcoming it. So I feel like this is something I need to focus on because once I fully overcome it, I can come back here and tell you how to overcome it. And I've already said before, it plays on your biggest fears, your deepest desires. It plays on just trying to get you caught in thought loops. And then when you do understand these things, because you can understand what I'm talking about fully, you can fully understand what I'm talking about. After you understand this, that lasts maybe a week, 2 weeks, and then the it tries to bring you back down. And like I said, it throws distractions at you. It gets you try to start overanalyzing everything. And it comes to a certain point where you have to realize, listen, I know what I know, and I'm not going to pay attention to you and what you're throwing at me. Because you do have the choice to not latch on to thoughts. You do have the choice not to play into the loops. But it is hard to do about certain things. I've been able to overcome this about a lot of things, but there is a couple things that it just plays on your biggest fears. I'll put it like that. It plays on your biggest fears. And that's something I have tried to just let go. Because you have to have trust in reality. You have to have trust and faith in reality. If not, like I said, it's a weird relationship and you're going to be miserable. So that's something that I'm working on. I feel like that is the last step I need to overcome to be able to move on to bigger things here. So, and I want you to you have to pay attention to this and notice it within your own mind and your own behaviors and your own things like this. Once, and it's designed to do this. I know it is. It has to be because there's no other explanation for it. You will understand these things, then you start second guessing yourself and questioning yourself, and it's designed to do that. It's designed to make you question things and keep you in it as long as it can. Again, and I wholeheartedly believe you can stay in the illusion while full well knowing it's an illusion and just staying on sight with the fact that it is an illusion. So this is something I've noticed too that I have been trying to be vigilant about. Other than the fear thing, is I'm telling you, it plays on fucking fear for some reason. Or maybe it's trying to push you to address the fear and let it go. It's either one of the two. I don't believe your mind's the enemy, like some people claim. I think it can be very valuable if overcame and used correctly. But like it will get you to focus on things. Like let's just say you want to focus on 4 or 5 things and get that together nicely to move forward into something else. So then it will get you to focus on one thing out of those 5 more strictly than the others, and then one of the others slip away, and then you feel guilt or you feel like you messed up or something, and then you go back to fix that one, and then you let another one slide, and it just is a cycle and a circle that needs to be broke out of. These weird emotions and feelings are great, but at a certain point they have to be overlooked and overcame. And I feel like the rules I've presented, how you should live your life, to me anyway, are pretty sound. If you follow those, I think the rest, there shouldn't be anything to worry about. But however, this is something I've noticed. Like I have quit doing everything except smoking cigarettes. And I want to quit smoking cigarettes. And I take too much kratom. Kratom is pretty much like a tea, coffee thing that gives you energy, things of this nature. I had stopped taking it for quite a while, and then started taking it again because it was just I was slightly miserable. I pushed through it for about 2.5 weeks, and then started taking it again. And when I first started taking it, I just was taking a little, and then it turned into a lot. Now I'm taking like 3 ounces. Lasts me about 3 to 4 days, maybe 5. That's not a whole lot, but it's enough to make me realize I need to calm down on it. Now the cigarettes, I've been on and off with cigarettes for a long time. I'll quit and start back, quit and start back. So I started noticing this. Like, I feel like I need to do this, and then whenever I slide back on it, it's making me focus on these things instead of focusing on overcoming it. And again, it could be more of a poking at me to address it and then overcome it. I'm not sure on that one yet. So I will do these things, and then I have gained and lost the same 15 pounds over the last probably 6, 7, 8 months, and that's frustrating because I'll start eating super clean. I'll start working out like 3, 4 times a day, doing crazy cardio, doing things like this. And the issue with me is I can lose weight and build muscle extremely quick, but I can also gain weight and lose the muscle extremely quick. So it's like an up and down thing. And I feel like it's making me focus on these stupid things more so than focusing on overcoming it. So that's something I'm going to have to work around. And I'm just showing you the examples of how this may be affecting you in your daily life. This is just something that you need to be vigilant of as well, because it makes you dwell on things. It makes you focus on things, and you have to be able to stand up to it, or stand up to yourself for yourself is a better way to put it. Because at the end of the day, again, you're your own worst enemy. But and another thing I've noticed about the mind is it will deceive you into thinking you have understood things to a certain extent. And then I've come to notice as of late, if you think you know, it has probably tricked you in some fashion, way or the other. And again, I'm not saying the mind's a bad thing. I'm not villainizing the mind like some people do. I'm just saying it serves a purpose for a reason. I mean, it's designed this way for a reason. I do think, though, the biggest test you'll ever face in your entire lifetime in this place is overcoming your mind. The human mind is it's like a fucking labyrinth, man. It's like a maze. In the middle of that maze is the way I've experienced it and seen it. In the middle of the maze, there is a emptiness, and it's not like the void. I've talked about the void. This thing is actually like a black hole. It emits nothing. And in the middle of that black hole, you can go in it. I've went through the black hole. This is something I've not talked about on here, but I may go into it on another video. You can go in the black hole, and when you go in that black hole, I mean, it's just like you have been shown the secret of existence, and it is, again, bittersweet. It's a bittersweet thing. But then after you get over the boohoo BS poopy pants that comes with it, when you realize what it is, it's beautiful. You start noticing things better. It's more beautiful. But then, like I said, about a week or two later, it tries to pull you back down and second guess everything. You have to quit second guessing yourself. You have to start trusting yourself. You have to appreciate the progress you've made too. It's like it wants to, and I don't even want to say the human mind, because I believe it's the ego mind. And I'm not against the ego. Again, just to define ego, I don't mean you as the individual. I mean the thing that you've built up that makes you think you always have to be right, or make you think that you need to win an argument, or makes you think that you need to defend every little thing, and just materialistic BS that's focused on. So that comes into play, and that's something that eventually has to be overcame, or at least be put on a level playing field. Because I always say follow your heart. And if you can connect your mind and your heart, you're golden. It is at that point you would be unstoppable, I feel like. It's pretty much like I said, you're already lucid dreaming, whether you realize it or not. And when you start waking up, if you do wake up, you will see what I mean. You're going to visit depths of hell you never imagined. But it's worth it in the end. You just got to push through it. And then you're like half awake during this, and when you do that, I feel like it's full-blown lucid dreaming. You're controlling everything. I truly do believe and feel that. So, but this is something that I just noticed probably last night or today about what it's doing about certain things. It'll make you dwell on things. It'll try to make you. It'll just think about your daily life. You know, you're living a daily life, and then thoughts will pop into your head about something that happened years ago. Uh, that's odd, and things will pop into your head about, well, what if this? What if that? And again, I'm not sure if it's playing on your fears and emotions and your guilt, or if it's trying to poke at you until you actually let the shit go completely. See? You gotta let that shit go. Buddha. This is another thing really quick that aggravates me. They depict Buddha as a fat man, and they depict Jesus as a white man, and I don't believe either actually existed. But if they did actually exist, Buddha was skinny as fuck, and Jesus would have had to have been a little bit darker of a complexion than me. Like he was not white. He was, I don't know, little things that annoy me. I guess throw that in there at the end. But let me. I'm going to figure this out completely. And I don't mean figure what we're doing out completely, because I try not to make grand claims that I know everything. That's what I say, and I don't absolutely don't. Once you start knowing stuff, you'll realize there's a lot of stuff you don't know. But I don't try to make grand claims as to what I know now. That's why I tell you what I've experienced, and then tell you to go experience it for yourself and verify what I'm saying and doing. And then that's how real science is done. That is exactly how real science is done. So I really wish some of you guys would go out here and take the first step and come back and tell me how it played out. But then you'll come back and say, you're right, I am just you talking to you. So there's no point coming back and telling me. Uh, but I would like to know how it plays out. But I think I have figured enough out about this place to where now I just need to focus on overcoming the mind. So let me figure that out, and then I will come back here and tell you exactly how to do it and help you do it and help really just break free from this shit, overcome it completely. That's when good things will start happening. Good things are already happening all the time. Miracles are all around. You just don't realize it. But I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. And again, it's just a game of form and a play of life. I am you talking to you, and so is everyone else. And when you wake up to this fact that I am you talking to you, and I don't mean Blake Ratliff talking to whoever's watching this and your name, I mean at the very core of what we are, I'm you talking to you. And realize that, and we can make huge changes.